This is the Bear Woods Wildlife Sanctuary. We're a certified Audubon Wildlife Sanctuary. The idea behind it was to attract more wildlife to the backyard. The house itself is located on the flyway for the spring migration and the fall migration. The idea was to make it more attractive for them to land in the backyard so I could also photograph them. What I did is I got the Audubon Society to come and tell me what needed to be done, what plants needed to be removed, what plants should be added to get that certification, because you're only allowed a certain amount of non-native species. Every year we have about 87 different species of birds that come to the yard. Last year I photographed 27 varieties of warblers from the back porch itself. What I've done is I've driven some T-bars into the ground. Then I find fallen limbs or tree trunks or whatever the case may be, and I simply use wire, and I wire those sticks or whatever it is to those posts, and it just becomes a nice resting point for the bird. But from the photography standpoint, I've made sure that I've got a space of 4 to 6 feet minimum behind whatever the post is, so that way when I'm using the long lens, that depth of field, even at f8, just drops off to nothing. Today I'm using Tamron's at model number A057, which is the 150 to 500 with the Sony mount. Incredibly fast, incredibly sharp. The feel and the construction, everything about the lens is just absolutely perfect. Titmouse chickadees, eastern bluebirds, they don't eat seeds as much. They eat more of the suet, which is a good source of fat, and then the mealworms, especially when, and the only time I put mealworms out is when they actually have young that they're trying to feed, and I just sort of supplement them for the photography part. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to give a setting for the younger birds to land, for the adult birds to feed them. Okay, Dad's here, so get ready. So you're gonna get some bluebird action now. There's the mother bluebird. One of the cool things with the bluebirds is you won't see the mom ever feed the babies. Her responsibility at this point is because she's sitting on another clutch of eggs. Dad becomes the primary caretaker. So now Dad's in the feeder now. So that means the babies will probably at some point come in once he just gets used to other people being on the porch. There's the baby. Yeah, the bluebirds, they'll stay, unless someone runs them off, they'll stay about 6 years. This is their 3rd year. You may get 3 broods in a year. One really cool thing from an ornithological standpoint, bluebirds from the earlier broods will actually help the adults feed the 2nd and 3rd brood. On a single post, it's really awkward for the bird to land and feed, whereas if I have a little branch on there, a gnarly branch of some sort, the birds just naturally land on that small branch and wait for the adult to come and feed them. When I was a kid, I just fell in love with eastern bluebirds. I love to come out here and just sit. It's the way I start every day and I end every evening.